This is YouTube News. Singapore exports fell more than expected in March. Singapore's March on-year non-oil domestic exports, NODX, saw their biggest decline since October 2016, official data showed on Wednesday, pointing to a potential downward revision to its already disappointing first-quarter economic growth. Exports dropped 11.7% in March year-on-year, data from trade agency Enterprise Singapore showed, slowing from the revised 4.8% growth the month before. The drop came in much wider than the 2.1% decline predicted by economists in a Reuters poll. This comes amid a tariff dispute between the United States and China, two of Singapore's biggest export markets, which has disrupted global supply chains in a blow to growth in many trade-reliant economies, including the city-state. March's print was the biggest on-year decline since October 2016, when exports dropped 14% year-on-year, Refinitiv data showed. We now see that the decline is broad-based, Maybank Kim and economist Lee Ju-yi told Reuters. It is not just electronics, but pharmaceuticals as well. Pharmaceutical exports, a sector known to be volatile, dived 36.5% in March from the previous year, after posting a 12% growth in February. Electronics exports in March plunged 26.7% year-on-year, after an 8.2% contraction in February. On a seasonally adjusted month-on-month basis, exports contracted 14.3% in March after growing 16% in February. The poll called for a 7.1% contraction from the month before. Last week, Singapore reported its weakest on-year economic growth in almost a decade. There may be a potential revision given that the trade numbers were quite weak, Lee said. Singapore's central bank last week also kept its monetary settings unchanged after 2 consecutive rounds of tightening, citing slower growth and inflation as well as significant global economic risks. YouTube News.